Alright, let's talk about the Australian Police Force. Alright, first I want to say, they are absolute... I don't want to start swearing straight away, but... Victorian Police, now they take the cake. They are the absolute worst. But SA cops, they're pretty, up their own arse. They are. And here's an example. Sorry about this. There's a button missing, and I don't want to put another shirt on. So we'll cut to the chase. I was on a long motorbike ride before, and I was out for over an hour, maybe, I'm not sure, but we'll say an hour. And I was wet, soaked, drenched, everything, because it was all raining the whole way. And I wanted to go to the city to warm up, find a cafe. Now it's like 7:30 in the morning, so just keep that in mind. But when I got to the city, I realised majority of the roads were closed. No, there were a lot of signs saying event in progress, 25 kilometers, no left turns, no right turns, no this, no that. A lot of signage. Anyway, eventually I was riding around trying to find a cafe that was open around that early. Most places open at 9 and it was 7:30. So I wasn't getting any luck. Anyway, I saw in the distance a copper, like a motorbike cop. And I thought, oh, alright, I'll go and talk to him. What's the worst that could happen? Anyway, yeah, he had a stick up his ass, I'll tell you that. But I noticed, like, he was at an intersection, alright? When I got closer, I saw a more clear picture, because it was raining and shit. It was at an intersection. He was hiding under this little pub, like pergola, and he was with his bike, hiding from the rain. Not a single soul was at this intersection. No tradies, nothing. Just this one soulless cop. So not a single soul. There was no one around. It was completely quiet, dead. He wasn't doing anything. So I thought, alright, I'll go and ask him, see if he can redirect me to a place that is open, and maybe I could get a coffee. Surely he's working the corner, that he might have had a coffee in the previous past. Anyway, so I approached him. Now, you have to remember, there are a lot of no turn right signs, alright? No turn left signs, so I could only technically go forwards. This copper was like at my 1 or 2 o'clock, so he wasn't on my right. He was pretty much in front of me. So I drove up to him, and I mounted like this little curb where the pedestrians would walk on. So I had my front wheel on the curb, and I had my visor up. Everything was not threatening. I was in a nice manner, I wasn't threatening or anything. Anyway, I put my front wheel on the curb, and I said to him, "Hey mate, how are you? I need to talk to you." And and did he have a stick up his ass? Whoa, it must have been a pretty thick one too. One of the first things he said to me, he might have said hello, I'm not sure, I blanked it out, maybe. But the first thing I remember him saying to me was, "You can't turn right." And I said, "What?" He goes, "Oh, you can't turn right, and you can't park here." I said, "Mate, I'm just here to ask you a question, that's all I want." He's like, "Well, why don't you go over there," which by the way, he's turning right. He goes, "Why don't you go over there, dismount your motorcycle, take your helmet off, and come and approach me." I am absolutely soaked right now. Drenched, soaked, my gloves are soaked. I'm not going to take them off. Everything's wet. As a fellow motorbike rider, this cunt should know that's a lot of work, especially since you're cold and freezing, Anyway, I literally said to him, and it's the only attitude I ever gave him, I said, "Are you serious?" And he looked at me. I said, "Do you want me to park over there, dismount my motorbike, and come over here?" And he goes, "What do you want?" I said, "Look, man, I'm soaked." I said, as a fellow motorbike rider, you can understand. I said, "Is there a place I can get a coffee or stay warm or anything around here?" Oh, he didn't want to fucking bar of that conversation. He didn't want to talk about anything to me. He was just, "Mate, I'm busy. You can't park here. Why don't you go and turn it around like Chucky Yui and go away and try and find one on your own. Look, I'm sort of enraged right now, so I can't remember the whole story. But that's what it basically was. I was like, what the fuck is your problem? There's no one around. It's soulless, including you, you dog. You got no fucking soul. I was completely drenched, wet, asking for a 1 minute advice. And you pretty much told me to fuck off because you're not in the mood to talk to me. Really? You're a fucking pig. You should be helping the public. You know, I don't know if this relies to Australia, but like protect and serve, you know, like the Americans say. You're there to serve. Yeah, sure, it's not like I got robbed or anything, but you've got it easy. You're not fucking arresting anyone. You're not giving out speed tickets. You're not arguing with people. You're not, you're not, you're not doing police work. You're literally at an intersection waiting for a bunch of marathon runners to run past you and observe them and the public. That's what your fucking job is right now. There's no one around, not a single soul. So you're not doing anything right now. You're getting paid to fucking just stand there. You could at least stand there and chat to me and give me some kind of advice, not harass me. Like, fuck off, cunt. Or you could say, I don't know, something like, mate, I'm quite busy right now, which would be total bullshit, but mate, I'm quite busy right now. It's 7:30 in the morning. I don't know what coffee shops would be open, alright? There's a lot of road closures, so even if they were open, I don't know if you could get to them. Yeah, it could be tons of nice, polite shit you could say to me, something like that, going off the top of my head. Not just harass me, tell me I did something wrong, give me like the stink eye, make me feel like you were going to give me a ticket for just fucking trying to approach you. This is why people don't fucking like you cops. Because if you try and approach you guys, you're just fucking cunts. You guys only help people when you get called to help people. You don't help people when you want to help people. No. You help people when you're told to help people. Someone rings you up on the walkie-talkie, fucking Radiocom or whatever. Oh, we got a robbery at 5th Avenue. You will be like, alright, I'll go and do it. But if you saw a fucking robbery on 5th Avenue, you probably wouldn't fucking do anything about it. Because you never got told to do anything about it. You're all fucking arrogant, sticks up your asses, only think about yourself, and it's like you're in a bad mood because you're doing a job that you don't want to be doing. I understand standing in the corner on a rainy street isn't something fun, alright? But that's your fucking job. Right now, that is your job, to stand on the corner in the rain. If you're not happy with it, fucking find another job. That's what cops do. You're there to serve. You're serving your boss. Your boss told you to do that job. Do it. I only wanted to talk to you for one goddamn minute, and you're too fucking arrogant to fucking help someone who's a fellow motorbike rider. I'm sort of using that as an excuse to but you're just, fuck you. Fuck you, Australian Police Force. You're a bunch of arrogant little cunts. You only help people when you need to help people. You don't help people when you want to help people. You're just so fucking rude. You really are. I'm putting this as a public video because I want to remember this video. Fucking cunts. Yeah, you're just a bunch of useless assholes. You know, I didn't, he didn't fine me or defect me or anything, which was fine. My bike's not defectable. Well, at least of what I know. But knowing you arrogant cunts, you would find something. But you had no respect. No respect. You treated me like shit from the very minute my wheel touched the curb. You treated me like absolute shit. Telling me to park on the right even though I'm not allowed to go on the right. So even if I did park on the right, you probably would have abused me for parking on the right. You did just a bunch of arrogant cunts. Anyway, I tried to make this a short video, but I guess it's 10 minutes. I'm so glad you're not Victorian police, because that could have been even worse of an interaction. But fucking South Australian police. Well done, you fucking assholes. You just proved to me how much I really just don't like you, and why I don't like you. Just a bunch of fucking assholes. You really are. Ugh, I was cold, wet, rainy. You got no respect, man. No fucking respect. Anyway, that's it. I'm gonna end it here. I'm done. See you.